David Zaritsky for the Bond Experience. Welcome back. All right, I'm joined with two guests, Elma and Alana from Dress to Kill. Welcome back.
Hi. Thanks
so much. Yeah, we're excited to be here.
I'm so excited to have you. Now, some of you may recognize Elma because you were a part of our Bond book club, weren't you?
Yes, it was so much fun. I was honored to be a guest, and it was great having discussions with the entire panel. So thank you so much.
I can't believe you returned after all that abuse that you It was fine. It was fine.
Yeah, it was great.
And Alana, you were 50% of the team that interviewed me for your own podcast.
Indeed. Yeah.
It was so much fun.
Great time. Yes, thank you for coming.
Yeah.
You always have chemistry with people who are good talkers, but I was very shocked by how much great chemistry we had. I was like, let's do more. This is great.
Did. And in fact, that was, listen, I'm just going to be transparent with the 6 people watching us right now. This was a system where when it ended, I'm kind of like, there's so much more to talk about. And I think it was literally the day after I went back to you two and said, I've got an incredible idea from my channel. Will you come on my channel?
Yeah.
And you said yes.
Of course.
Immediately. Yeah.
It was so fun. More fun, please.
Totally.
Here's the premise. And for those of you that saw the thumbnail, you kind of know what's going on here. But I wanted to get and talk about Bond style and clothing in the Bond world, the franchise, the movies specifically. But I wanted to do it from a woman's point of view as well. So guess what? You need for that to do that. And I didn't want to just get anyone. And I want to be frank, and this is part of the introduction of Elma and Alana to all of you, is that I wanted to get individuals like Alana, who has been in the industry, is a host, performer, but honestly, the thing that really got to me is you celebrate Bond, and you also celebrate life. You help people online, people you haven't even seen, maybe even people you will never see, to feel better about their body, about their own style, about their way of life. And you do it in a very natural, authentic way by showing them kind of how you celebrate your life. So that's part of what today is. And then Elma.
Thank you so much. My gosh.
You're welcome. You're welcome. Checks in the mail. And Elma, for you, I think it's that same celebration where you have such an incredible knowledge of James Bond, which is why I felt honestly compelled to invite you onto the book club. But even more than that, I think you're also doing your part to embed the idea of style as a moment of empowerment, of making somebody feel comfortable with Elma Lingerie. You are the CEO, designer, creator of these things. And when I see what you do is you're not just showing the final product, you're showing how your journey in creating these is about your own celebration of having something passionate and what you do. So you two are perfect for this.
Can I save that as like a little, I just want to listen to that back again, because what
Oh shit, we weren't recording.
Intro.
I'm sorry. No, I'm kidding.
What an amazing intro. Thank you.
Well, it's true, because to me, this is a very positive conversation we're going to have, and it is a celebration. So here's what I did for you. So we are going to take a walk a little bit back in time, moving forward to today. And you're coming with me, so buckle up. And what I've done is I've curated looks from the Bond films. But because it's you, I didn't want to just put a picture of Bond up there and go, what do you think of that suit? Mm-hmm. I may have done something a little bit different in doing this. And that is I paired Bond with a female protagonist from the film in certain scenes. And let's just wax poetic. So here's what we're going to do with the magic of movie making. I am going to hit a couple buttons, and we are going to, of course, I'm going to say that. And of course, we don't hit a couple buttons. Hold on. This is why editing is so good. Sometimes I don't even like to edit it. Hold on a second.
No, I love this though. The anticipation.
The anticipation is so great, because you never know what's going to come up. Well, here we go.
I know. I'm excited to see.
All right. So you're seeing something in front of you. What are we seeing?
Dr. No, Honey Rider, James Bond, the famous white bikini.
That's right. Back to
Incredible.
1962 with all the fashion and discussion that comes with it. And I know you've talked about this on your own channel, but I need to bring it to my audience because it's a fascinating one. First of all, almost like a Rorschach test. Alana, what's the first thing that's, excuse the pun, washing over you?
The first thing I see is James Bond wearing blue on blue, and I like it. I'm a monochrome gal. I'm in. And then I love that white bikini, but it's iconic. So the bikini, I'm like, got it. What's this blue thing?
That's interesting. So the bikini is almost like white noise to you because you've seen it so much.
Yeah. If I'm being Rorschach test honest, straight up, yes.
Now I'm saying this from a total guy point of view, but is that the type of bikini style wise that you could wear today and people wouldn't be like, huh? Like, is that okay?
Yeah.
I think so.
Yeah. We were actually preparing a post on like similar looks to this white bikini that are available to buy from brands today. And there are a lot of them. I mean, it's very popular to have a super high hip, like have the bikini sit high up on the hip bones.
Leg,
a lot of the ones we're finding are really high waisted, but some sort of buckle with like that bra shaped, Elma could speak more to this type of top. Totally popular.
All right, Elma, that's your cue.
Exactly. No, I think it's super timeless because looking at it now, you can totally see that bikini on the beach anywhere. The only thing that gives it away is like the fabric, which you can tell is, not like stretchy material that we use today. But it's beautifully constructed. And I remember this one was something that the costume designer made specifically for Ursula Anderson. I think she even helped kind of design it a little bit, the actress herself, right? So
that's correct. Yeah. They wanted, because she was athletic, she was one of, she wasn't this waif. She was an athletic person with actual real curves and hips. And, so they made it specifically for her. And interestingly, it's a twill. It's this kind of unforgiving, it's almost like pants would be made out of, very similar to what his pants were made of at the time. So I don't know how comfortable it was, but she got around in it.
It looks great.
It does look good, doesn't it?
Right?
Yeah.
That's the hard part with a non-stretch.
I haven't seen the cut scenes, but allegedly she did stay in for sure.
As far as we know.
As far as we know, exactly. All right, so this next one, and maybe you can kind of see what you're doing. So we have to ask certain questions on this one, and you'll see what I mean when we do this. But here we go. We are now leaving Jamaica, and we're actually heading to Istanbul. And we're going to enter into From Russia with Love. And I thought this was a really good pick because, Alana, I thought you might not have seen.
Have not.
This fashion, right? You may have not even seen this movie, but Elma, I'm going to start with you because there's some pretty traditional things being shown here, but first impressions.
His gray suit. Love the gray suit. I thought Sean Connery looked amazing in this movie, especially when he's kind of lurking around the mosque with the sunglasses. Was he wearing the sunglasses inside? And the gray suit. She looks great, very classy. And I know she was quite young during the filming of this, but they really, she looks more mature. Depending on the length of the skirt, it's kind of, could you wear it today? Maybe, maybe not. But I mean, very classic.
It's like a pencil skirt. I think it goes just above her knee. And she's supposed to be a government worker. So Alana, just for you, she pretty much works for the KGB. She works for Russia, Mother Russia, on an assignment to pretend or actually fall in love with James Bond. And here they are canoodling together in what I think are very classic outfits. I mean, to me, this is almost timeless. But Alana, what are you feeling here?
It definitely feels pretty timeless. I think if you were to modernize that, when my eye goes first to her outfit, I'm like, suits, what? What's she wearing? That's just always
blue
me.
on
Elma's
blue.
great. Yeah, blue on blue again. And Elma, you're so great with menswear. And I'm just like, what? Cool. That's great. You're really helping me notice more of it, though. But when I see this outfit, I think if you were to bring it into modern today, like to see it on like an Instagram influencer or something, you just crop up that top and crop up the skirt.
Yeah. And then it would be all set. So I have a question, and it's a real question. What is that on her wrist? What's going on there?
That too.
Yeah, that caught my eye.
I mean, is it like a bracelet?
Yeah.
Or is it is it to do with the movie, basically, is what I'm asking? Is she supposed to be carrying something, or is it just jewels?
I'd have to go back. I mean, there's nothing pertinent in the movie. Like, it's not microfilm, or it's not like a little cowbell that she rings and a Russian guy shows up.
No,
That's
but
basically what I'm asking.
It's like those wrap bracelets with like a little tassel, it looks like, you know, the kind of you see a lot at a slightly more like Eastern influence shops and stuff, like tassels and things, which kind of fits with the Istanbul setting too.
Yes.
Maybe
I was gonna say, yeah, Middle East for sure. You'd see those at a mosque.
And they were, but they were actually in, I think, 1 or 2 mosques within the movie. So nice.
Maybe. Yeah.
All right. So are you all kind of getting the hang of this? Are you getting where we're going with this?
I think so.
Pretty easy, right? Pretty easy. And listen, there is no wrong answer, but I will tell you, this next image that you're going to see is a bit of a cheat. And I think we're going to lose Alana at this point into Gaga world, because it's right up her alley.
Awesome.
Talk to me, Alana. What do we got here?
Everything looks great generally across the board. We all know I love Sean Connery, James Bond. Okay, yes, I love. And I do notice this suit because he looks great in it. I love this outfit. This is the outfit Elma and I were talking about, because aren't these the like riding pants she's wearing?
Mm-hmm. Like the equestrian job fair style. Yeah.
We were down with this look when we talked about it, and I'm still down with this look. I don't love the blazer as much because I feel like it's been any kind of like velvety or corduroy textured long blazer, I think has been kind of commandeered by late 90s hipster men, sort of, you know? And I'm like, it's cool, but now that's what I see. So I don't love it as much, but the rest I love.
That's hysterical. Yes, I could actually see that. I thought she looked great too in this outfit. I actually like this better than the more iconic, you know, lavender on purple, you know, that you see coming up. But Elma, you're a fan of this visual that we got going here?
Yeah. So we recently we posted that gray suit that he's wearing on our Instagram and asked, would you wear it today? Because I think he looks classic and timeless. But I was surprised. A lot of people still, the three-piece suit with the vest is still kind of harder for young gentlemen to wear, I think. So they would prefer the From Russia with Love style suit more versus this one. But I say bring it back. You know, it has like this nice, clean, just really pulled together look. It depends where you are. And, you know, he's out in Kentucky in the summer and he's super polished and looking great. Yeah. I don't know if that's the setting that you wear in these days, but
I think you could wear it. It's a tropical weight. So honestly, you could. What a lot of men don't realize, maybe even young men, is that vests or waistcoats, as a lot of British people call them, can almost act as a girdle for men. You know, they can kind of bind, and you know, they're the Spanx for guys, just, you know, kind of keeping things in. And when you take off your jacket, you know, sometimes the shirt can look a little rumpled. It keeps everything just nice and clean, even when you take off a jacket. So that I want vests to come back. I really do.
Me too.
I like it. Yeah.
And like, you'll notice, guys don't wear those very often. You'll notice if a guy's wearing that and be like, oh, hello.
That's true. Yeah.
Exactly.
They know what they're doing. Yeah.
All right. You ready? Enough of Kentucky. I'm going to take you aboard. You've all been vaccinated, so here we go. We're going to head to the incredible Bahamas for a little Bahamian love. And we've got, wow, look at that. You were visually taken back by that.
We love.
Elma, I'm going to start with you because, you know, we've got another bikini in view.
We do. I love pretty much every bikini, swimsuit, everything that Domino wears in this. But everyone knows that. Everyone knows we love it. But Sean Connery's outfit, this gingham look, is one of my favorites that he wears. Because it reads pink. It's probably red and white, but it's pink on pink, it looks like. And with his sunglasses, he looks so sharp and just really mid-60s, mid-century, awesome. Like, I really like it. Yeah. And of course, she looks great.
She looks great, and she's got the domino colors like we talked about on your podcast. So that is a pink on white. So the original one, it wasn't that tablecloth red, And there's actually a company, Anthony Sinclair, that makes these now and is pretty pointedly true on as far as the color. But Alana, this is your monochrome again. This is pink on pink.
I love it. I love 60s monochrome. And I love her like blockiness too with the white and black, that it's not just like subtle, but like, oh, I love it. We love everything about this movie.
Yeah.
We've talked about this forever. I've talked about this forever. I would wear this bikini. I would change the cut just a little, but
how would you change it?
Well, I prefer a higher side cut on the hip bone as well. And I don't like the bra shaped tops as much, like the classic bra, meaning like the underwire shape, those like U side cups. I prefer other styles of shape and something more soft. But besides that, the vibe of it, 100%. And his outfit, I think, is the one I chose to keep when we did this movie. In our podcast, we do a keep and a kill at the end of each movie for which outfit we'd keep and which one we'd kill off. And I think this is what I chose to keep, is his outfit right here. I love it. I want to wear it right now.
I know. Well, that was the thing when I chose this one. I was also thinking to myself, frankly, what are those things that we would leave the house with, that if we went there, nobody would look at us like a time traveler? Because there are some aspects of fashion that it does look like you're time traveling. And this is definitely, I think it's timeless.
Totally.
All right,
and it's just trending again too. So, 60s style.
Really good point.
Yeah. But,
Where do you think we're going at this point? Which movie?
Are we
70s,
going
80s.
fully in order?
We are going fully in order. I'll break that. So we're going to You Only Live Twice. Not quite into the 80s yet, Alana.
Okay.
By the way, I love what we have here. I'm just going to describe this to the audience. We have me, who has an incredible sickness and is too much of a fan. We have Elma, which is like definitely a super fan. And then we have Alana, who's a casual fan, but becoming closer to the sick level. That's, am I reading that right? That's
accurate.
Yeah. All right, now we've got a villainous.
Yes.
But I thought this was interesting because even though you don't see his outfit too much, which, let's face it, it's just a charcoal gray suit. He always looks good. She's wearing something that maybe we can debate or talk about.
Can I go first?
Yes, please go first.
Okay, Alana, you haven't seen this yet, but this is a scene where he's been captured and she's questioning him, and she's the henchwoman who's like, working for the villain. And she's got this gorgeous chocolate brown long sequin gown on that has like a little bit of a chiffon capelet or a cape kind of coming off of one shoulder. I think it's epic. And we didn't get enough screen time with this one, but there are some good fashion moments in this scene specifically. And I was never really a fan of chocolate brown as like something I would wear, but this year, just more recently, I'm starting to love it more and more, kind of like that brown and white polka dot from like Pretty Woman, or like this, for example. I'm getting more and more into the brown. So I love this dress.
Wow, I like it.
This is gorgeous. I am like, which movie is this? Let's watch this one next. I love this dress. Oh, baby. I would wear that right now.
There are some really interesting, and I don't want to give you any spoilers from a fashion standpoint, but in this movie itself, and Elma, you can back me up on this, there are some questionable fashion choices for some of the women, the Bond girls, because Bond's wearing at one point full clothing by a volcano, and she's wearing this little tiny itty bikini with these tiny little Ked sneakers. And I'm like, something's not fair here.
Alana's like, cute.
It's okay.
Yeah. By the way, I love Alana's totally impractical look idea of sort of like scurrying around a volcano. It's cute.
Listen, we've scurried around volcanoes. We're from Hawaii. Did we do like field trips by volcanoes? I did a field trip by a volcano before we met.
Yeah, Keds and bikinis.
Yeah, and there's a lot of like sulfur fields near the volcano, so it's not as sexy as you'd think. It's like absolute fart central, and then a great, very cool volcano.
I didn't think it was sexy, but now I really don't think it is. But Elma, you need to I mean, you need to show Alana this movie because it is about a volcano, essentially.
We will watch it.
We should do a photo shoot of your lingerie by the volcano here, Lou.
With kids. Sounds good.
Yes.
Amazing.
The thing about the kids, though, it's impractical. What we learn about volcanoes is when you're really nearby a volcano, if you have rubber-soled shoes, especially if they're thin, they'll burn right off. They will just melt. So you can't, you really shouldn't wear Keds anywhere near a volcano, like especially in like the 70s.
Wow.
60s.
So head to toe, entire outfit, impractical.
Yeah, very impractical.
Yeah.
We're platforms, then it'll take a while.
Wow. Okay. So by the way,
Pro
we
tip.
need to now see for your company, Elma, a Bond inspired photo shoot of some sort.
I'll die. That would be amazing. Yes, Alana, we'll talk.
Coming up.
Yeah. Get the spare room ready. All right, here we go. We're off in our machine again. Here we go. And we've got Diamonds Are Forever. And so now we've entered in to the 70s, and maybe it shows. Who wants to go first?
Yes. You go, Lou.
I have a lot to say. Okay. This may have been my kill look that Jill St. John is wearing in our episode of Diamonds Are Forever, because I hate that circusy, stringy. So it's color block, which I know, Alana, you like, but to me, it's two colors that are just not complementary. And I don't like the contrasting of the white and the black paired with the red and the purple, and then the long sleeves and the ties on the side and the ties around her waist. It's too much. It reads costumey to me. Maybe if you wore just the top with some high-waisted jeans, you could be okay. Maybe if you wore just the bottoms with a black bikini top, a triangle top, it would be okay. But overall, I did not like it.
Wow. All right.
When you say circusy, like dead on, that's what I couldn't put my words to. So it totally looks circusy. Like it looks like she should be performing in something. What I like about it is that it's interesting, because in some of these movies, you get some repetitive looks. It's like, okay, I get it. This is what a Bond girl wears. But this was a little bit something different, and that's cool. But otherwise, I agree with you, Lou. I mean, the colors, I like the colors, but I don't love this.
Yeah. and I will put a cork in the finality of this. His suits in this movie are not the best. His blazers are not the best. They're very, and by the way, they were probably very fashionable, sign of the times, but it kind of looks like the clothing's wearing him, which I've talked to you about. It doesn't look like he doesn't look like the Connery of the early 60s. But I will give points to the three guys with the cool lightning hats, the jumpsuits, and the red Doc Martens.
100%. I would pick that. Of these three, that's the outfit I would pick.
Yeah.
I'm taking that one home.
Getting a whoop for that, right?
Yeah, us three in that outfit.
By the way, a 53-year-old man should never do whoop whoop. I'm just putting it out there. This is a hack your life moment. Don't do that. Yeah, the 70s were kind of strange because the next movie I'm actually going to be showing you is interesting in the sense that it's one of these that it was just before this one, or sorry, just after this one. But to me, some of the styles are a little bit more palatable. So I'm not too sure. It could have been just the designer. I mean, you'll have to kind of decide on this, but here we go. And you're going to recognize, I think, the people. And Alana, I think you've seen this. Have you seen Live and Let Die?
Yes.
Yeah. So we've got some very simple things here. So to me, this is not overly complicated. But Alana, you want to go first on this one?
Okay. We talked about this in the context of the movie, and it was actually a great moment of the podcast. It makes me laugh thinking about it. We were talking about how archetypical they're trying to make this, and they're making Bond this like dark brooding dude in the black, and they're making this woman Solitaire this like virginal, innocent, sweet woman. Now she has to wear all white. Yeah, she has to have nice old boobies up everywhere, and later in these scenes, her dresses are like, her white dress is like shredded at the bottom because she's escaping, and she's so innocent and sweet, and it's that's all I can see when I look at her. She's like an image from a tarot card of the like virgin maiden, like
the damsel in distress, almost
it is
to an iconic moment. Yeah,
full iconic archetype. Got it.
Yeah, but we did talk about, though, the more we looked at this dress, the more we're like, oh, it's actually quite beautiful. Like,
Yeah.
we like it. It looks great on her. And I think even our guest, it was Erica's one to take home, you know. But for me, it's all about the all black Roger Moore's tactical turtleneck, black pants, and he doesn't have the holster on maybe in these ones, but you know, the promo shots with the holster and stuff. And I love that look. I even almost wore my black turtleneck today, but
Me too. Me too.
How great would it have been
if we all showed up?
We should have all done it. We should have all been in this tactical look. And that's been this kind of iconic look for Bond, to the point where even Dalton as well as Craig, they've dressed him up in similar gear, this whole tactical idea. And if you ever see the cartoon Archer, you know, it's this whole idea of this spy tactical turtleneck is as important as a gun. That's how important a turtleneck is.
Yeah,
I love
the
it.
cover of the night. I like it. Yeah.
Exactly.
The only thing I think that kind of dates it is the belt. But other than that, we're good.
Oh, yeah.
Like the height of the pants, maybe.
Yeah, the buckle and the height of the pants.
That's true. Yeah, I'll give you that. What about the, I kind of like the necklace she's wearing. Is that kind of neat? Almost Celtic in nature.
Yeah, that's true. Suits her. Suits the look, suits the kind of tarot reading solitaire stuff, but not necessarily for me.
And by the
That's
way,
how I feel.
just
Character.
because I am, I probably studied these images and these films a lot, I'm liking the low slung champagne glass, not the tall tulip one like we have nowadays, but that's what they used in the 30s, 40s, and 50s, was that low slung for champagne, which is great.
Yeah.
I'm a huge fan of that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
All right, you ready?
Oh.
All right. Now, I don't think from the last time I've left you, Alana, you have not seen this, but this is the safari jacket that I was referring to. And what I thought was great is to me, this is a killer outfit she's wearing. I think the hat with the top and she has like a kind of a skirt on. But what are we thinking about this duo right here?
Blue, you want to go first?
Okay, I'll go. Oh my God, I love Maud Adams' white suit. It's like that Bianca Jagger white suit moment, you know, for her wedding. It's so of the time, but I don't know if she's even wearing a top underneath. It looks great, like just plunging blazer and the perfect width of a lapel. It's not like too wide like the 70s can be. She looks sharp, and I thought this was the movie where I was like, yes, she looks amazing. Versus Octopussy, I didn't love her look as much, but yeah, my eye goes straight to her. I know you guys love the safari jacket, so you can talk about that, but I'm all about a white suit.
What do you think, Alana?
I mean, her white suit, I'm not all about a white suit, but I love this white suit. So that says a lot. And I like just the delicate little one bit of gold jewelry. So nice. And you're right, the 70s totally, especially with collars, like to go overboard, but this is just like perfect width. I love that it looks like she's not wearing a top. I hope she's not wearing a top because it's great this way.
Just what God gives her. Yeah.
And it's working. Yeah. And I'm a huge safari cut fan. Clearly, we've talked about this. So, I would take that James Bond's top home any second and wear the out of it.
Yes. And that, so you know where I'm coming from. I mean, and what I found with this particular safari top, where it changes in a little bit, is that it wasn't overly 70s. Like the collars aren't like hang gliders. You know, they look like they're kind of doable. You could wear them today.
They're like when the like late 90s, 2000s redid 70s. So it wasn't all the way 70s. It was like the retelling where it's like pulled in just a little. They're like that version, which we like.
Yeah, I remember going a lot to the mall and going to a store called Banana Republic. And they had all those types of things. I wish Banana Republic was still Banana Republic. Now it's something totally different.
Yeah, sure.
I still go to Banana Republic hoping I'll see safari stuff. And it'll be like once a season, there'll be one item that's like semi-safari. I have a safari, like a bright red orangish short dress that's like safari vibes. That's from Banana Republic.
Is it really?
From like 6-7 years ago. And it's never really fit perfectly, but I've never been able to get rid of it because I'm like, but I want it to.
All right, note to Banana Republic, get your act together.
Yeah, you were born in the safari vibes. Bring them home.
Yeah, we love that.
True.
All right. So, speaking of love, we're going to The Spy Who Loved Me. Now, Alana, I didn't know. Have you seen this film? We got to get cracking on this.
There's a lot of movies. Yeah,
Because
we're chipping away.
Yeah, this is I mean, Elma, this is a very long dress, wouldn't you say?
Yeah, it's a floor-length gown, plunges in the back and the front, very 70s. It's that Halston vibe that I love so much, like plunge, backless, but glamour, it's like easy glamour.
Easy, yeah. Feels light, feels wearable, feels like
move.
Don't wear anything under it and you're so comfy. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. It's sexy because it's so effortless and like
effortless. Yeah, exactly. That's the word.
Yeah, and I couldn't tell what this was made out of in the movie. Do you know, Elma?
No, I have to watch it, and next time I'll pay closer attention and see if we can figure it out.
Was it like a velour or something like that, or was it something a little bit more wispier, like a slip dress with some
bangles? It definitely had some weight to it, but I don't think it was a velour. Yeah, I'll get back to you on that, though.
Is there a difference between velour and velvet?
Yes.
Oh.
Good question.
I thought there was.
I'm listening.
No, I can't tell. It probably has to do with the pile. So basically the height of the fibers.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I'll get back to you.
I think there is because I was wrong once.
Oh, were you wrong?
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Yeah, because I was like, it's the same, isn't it? And then I got called out. So now I remember, not the same.
By the way, I'm not really showing his tuxedo because this is one of those where the lapel goes down to his belly button and literally the bow tie is like bat wings. So we're going to skip on that. But now we're like jumping all around now. This was clearly out of order, this particular one, but this is like 1969 on Her Majesty's Secret Service. And I wanted to kind of pull this up because this is a really interesting part of the movie where they're kind of wearing whatever they can find. They're wearing layers, but it is a very cold atmosphere. I mean, they're by the Schilthorn in Switzerland. But what are we getting out of this?
I'm obsessed. I love it. I love every single thing about it. Give me now.
Cute. I love the matching hat and the fur set. I remember that I heard in an interview, she actually got to pick out her own furs. Like they flew her out to the Paris collections and she got to pick out some of the furs and stuff. So it's probably a personal choice of hers to wear that, which I think is great. I know the thing she was wearing underneath is that monochrome skater outfit, right? Mm-hmm. Which I'm not a fan of, but you don't see it here, so that's okay. It's
okay. I'm a fan of it. I'll be the fan. You can be the not fan.
It is kind of like go-go booty, type of outfit. It's
very for me.
Yeah.
Go-go boots.
Yeah.
With matching colored tights, though, I don't know.
That's hot.
Okay. He is fine.
I'll tell you from a guy's point of view, I actually really do like his jacket because, I mean, it's something he steals and it is kind of like rough tumble, somebody living in that area. It's very alpine, it's something very practical. And he's put it over, kind of pretty much a jumpsuit, a skiing jumpsuit. So I kind of like the connection that he has here.
Okay.
I love it.
You're like, I respect you, but I can't agree with you.
I like that the coat looks like James Bond is wearing it. Like you can put on that coat and I would assume the like lumberjacky guy puts it on and it's like looks a certain way. That's James Bond puts it on and it looks this way, like he wears it differently.
Pop the collar a little bit. Yeah.
Yeah. It's also everything about these is me. I would wear both of them easily. Elma is like this graceful ballerina and I'm like, I legitimately was go-go dancing before the pandemic. So
Just
Like,
give it.
give me this outfit. I'll wear it.
All right. Let's see how you feel about this one then. So we are now in Moonraker territory. And I'll do this standard, but Alana, have you seen this movie? Moonraker? Okay. It's an interesting one. And yes, I picked this purposely because this is the dress that Dr. Goodhead, who is a very accomplished NASA astronaut, scientist, smarter than Bond. And it is a moment during this film, Elma, I'm sure you remember it, where he goes, "A woman," and he's surprised. So it was the producer's way of saying, like, you better reckon with women because, they're here to stay, folks. But I will go first, actually, because I haven't gone first yet. And I will say that to me, this is a tough one. This almost looks like, 1917 Granny was buried in it type look. But I don't want to. By the way, you're looking at the screen used dress. It was actually auctioned off. So I was able to find the auction photo of the actual one that she's wearing right there.
You're not wrong with your assessment. So I don't love it. But I do remember maybe like 2010, 2012, this sort of look coming back into trends, the contrast collar, the ribbon ties, I think it's called like a pussy bow tie.
Yeah, I was going to say it.
Right. And the pleats and the lightweight fabric. And I believe she's not, it's in a very 70s way. She's not wearing a bra in this scene too. And it's like a fairly lightweight outfit. But yeah, not for me. It was a 70s vibe, I guess.
Yeah.
It's probably very stylish at the moment, but yeah, I'm chilling on this one.
Alana, you
not
love
for
it?
me. No, I don't love it. I agree with the Granny's burial. And I also think you're totally right about when all this stuff came back. I think it came back even a little bit sooner than all that, because I feel like I wore something too similar to this in Japan. That would have been 2008. So
okay, yeah.
But
actually,
the contrasting collars I like. That part's cool. And I like the look of like it was almost like schoolgirl vibes of having a little contrasty collar and a like pulled together something. But putting all the pieces together with the pussy bow, I've never liked the pussy bow thing in general. I don't know. People keep trying to make it like a statement about womanhood, and I'm like, is it though? I don't.
Yeah.
We just call it's because it's called
I am not
pussy.
going to say that term unless it's octopussy bow.
It's like when you say cat. When
bow.
you're saying pussy cat, you're allowed to use it. In this, only if you say pussy bow, you're allowed.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, I totally thought that's the reference that you were doing. Of course.
Yeah.
All right. Well, maybe this will be forgiving, and I have to apologize ahead of time because the picture's not great, but I wanted you to be able to see both Bond and Melina Havelock from For Your Eyes Only, and they're in Greece. So you get a good look at her outfit, and it's almost like these. Now, Elma, they're almost like gaucho pants, right? They're kind of like big billowy pants with like a nice top, and then she's got this like, I'm going to say it wrong, but like a shmata over her head, kind of a Grecian shmata.
Yeah, when you said we're going to see Melina, I was hoping it was going to be the white suit in the beginning.
She looks amazing, but that's too classic. Yeah. I had to throw you off.
It is. And I actually I always think for the year that this movie was made, she looks really timeless still. You pull her out and it doesn't look like 1970. Remind me the year. 1980.
79. I'm guessing.
Let's go there.
No.
81.
81, 82. I can't remember, but I thought she looked great throughout the film. This outfit in particular didn't super catch my eye. I think I'm more just distracted by the headpiece, but she looks still fantastic and very crisp and clean and pulled together, I think.
Yeah.
He looks ready to go boating, so it's fitting, I think.
It's so Bond too. I mean,
it is,
I do. Roger Moore was made for double-breasted blazers, and I just got a new double-breasted blazer. Oh gosh, I want to say like 2 or 3 months ago, and it's a Bond brand who actually made it, and I love it. And to me, I think men when they get it fitted to their body, not slouchy, not all Brooks Brothery, but when it kind of forms to you, double-breasted could be so flattering, I think.
Yeah, I like it.
Alana, what are you thinking about this couple right now? Fashion choices.
Well, my first thought was like, this is something I'm going to find in a Goodwill right now.
Ooh.
Because it's just like so 80s, 70s. Like, this is what the remnants are that would end up in my costume closet. Like vintage shopping vibes.
Yeah, like boho, bohemian type thing, and
sure. And just that kind of double-breasted jacket that's like not really gonna fit me, but I'm gonna be playing with at some Goodwill or something. Yeah, not to say that it's terrible or ugly, just like dated, I think.
Okay.
But dated because of the length of this on James Bond. The length of his jacket and in the 80s there was so much of the like broad shoulder and then pull it in.
Yeah, and padding.
Like almost like zoot suit shape.
Yeah.
I feel like there's a bit of that, which is why I guess late 70s, because I feel like into the 80s it would maybe be even more. But,
you're right. I mean, this doesn't have the slimness that you're going to get in the later movies, certainly with like Daniel Craig. So we need to clearly this may have offended. So we got to get the image away from you. And
it's not terrible.
But instead of choosing the easy choice of putting Octopussy in her robe with James Bond, I went a little different, and I wanted to focus on this one. So what are we thinking here, folks?
The saris. I loved, well, her alone, it's harder for me to say, but as a collection with all of the ladies, all of her acrobatic women in the saris and stuff, I thought looked amazing on film. His outfits, on the other hand, were some of my least favorite. I'm not for that vest and the collar and the shirt.
Yeah.
I don't like it at all. She looks great in the light blue. I would pull up the sleeve cut a little, because actually, if you look at the two pictures, one is shorter. I like the shorter sleeve, and the other one is sleeve. So I prefer the one on the left. Yeah, the short.
Okay, I like it. Alana?
I love this. I love saris. I know that there's a fine line between cultural appropriation and appreciation, clearly, but I'm always leaning toward let's emphasize the appreciate. Like, I feel like the cultural appropriation conversation says, let's just get rid of all of it. Like, we don't want to do anything. Don't do anything that's at all outside of your birth culture. And I'm going to just say I'm not about that. I feel like I've done a lot of traveling. I'm a big travel person, and I'm about the appreciation. And it seems to be that the appreciation really expands our knowledge and consciousness of these cultures and our appreciation for what's great in them. So I haven't seen the movie. I can't say about this, but I'm so for showcasing in an appreciative, acknowledging way other cultures. And for that reason, I love a sari. I spent a bunch of time in India and I have a bunch of saris myself. And this, I love it so much. I love to see a sari.
And what's great is the producers, the costume designer in this particular case, actually went for a lot of these fashions and did get Indian seamstresses and people who make these things. So I mean, it wasn't like, hey, let's use an image and create something. It's more like, let's use the hands that actually create these on a regular basis, which is awesome. I think really good. All right. Well, listen, here's what we need to do. We need to take a little breather, a little palate cleanser, because this is so big. It's such a long journey through the whole franchise of time and space and fashion and style that we're going to break this into two parts. So I'm going to, for the moment, say farewell to our audience. And Elma and Alana, thank you so much. But we will return with part 2 to this. So Alana and Elma, are you going to be coming back for that?
Happy to,
yes.
Of course.
In fact, I want to make it so easy. When you come back weeks later, don't even change. Just wear the same thing, same environment. Don't move a muscle. All right?
Okay.
Perfect. Well, listen,
Easy.
This has been Elma and Alana from Dress to Kill podcast. Go check them out. We'll put the links below. It's amazing. I'm addicted. And also, this has been me, David Zaritsky, for the Bond Experience. And we'll see you real soon. Take care. Thanks for watching this episode. If you want to be up on the latest from the Bond experience, just click on this subscribe and subscribe to our channel. You're going to get all the latest and greatest information, plus some exclusive content. And by the way, speaking of content, here's something especially for you, just because we know you. Talk to you soon.